Well, it's been quite the week. We continue to get updates of this tragic war in Ukraine. And then we're hit with tornadoes and senseless acts of violence amongst our young people. And we're wondering, what in the world's going on? What is happening to our world? I'd like to share with you a quote that I ran across this week. It reads, "When life turns upside down and we hit the end of our rope, we want certainty and answers." Isn't that true? What God offers us is presence. He is with us in our chaos, pain, and busyness, inviting us to transformation. Divine presence is the blessing of the Beatitudes. I so appreciate those words. And this is why we're studying the Beatitudes. It's because the Beatitudes remind us of what is true when life leads us down some path that we never intended to go down. The Beatitudes remind us of God's presence. You see, even when it feels like we've lost everything, God is still there. When we grieve and we mourn, God is there. And when we're craving and desperately desiring for things to be right and they aren't, God is there. These are declarations of grace. And this is what the Beatitudes are all about, reminding us that God's grace shows up in the most unlikely places. God's grace surprises us with hope, even in our darkest moments. And so I want to invite you to join us in worship this weekend because we're going to continue to dig into these declarations of grace, these promises of God's grace meeting us in the most unlikely places, even down paths we never intended to go down. And so I hope to see you in worship, that you can find some hope and some encouragement and even some joy. And until then, go and be the church because God is with us.